Well, hey.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the show. It's a game day. The biggest game of the
Bugatti.
Bugatti
5.0.
Bugatti 5.0. It's a big show. It's a big day. It's a big game.
Huge.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Why?
I just kind of sat down.
You
I hope
got
I'm ready.
9 hours, so I have faith in you.
9.
Yeah.
Got confidence you'll be there when the time comes.
Welcome to Barn Burner. This little thing we do, a presentation of Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. And, of course, during the course of the show. Banger. It is our super chat for the Youth Centers of Calgary. You pump in a little comment with a cash donation. We take the cash, put it to good use, and we'll put your comment on the show. Game day. Whoa. Woo. Yo.
Yowza.
Seattle Kraken.
Woo.
Is it going to be woo?
I hope we get a woo today.
A woo?
Woo! I assume.
I feels like it.
I mean, as good as Bedard has been, you kind of just, it's
Conroy's bragging about them both yesterday.
that's weird.
Really bragging them up, eh?
Was he really? Because you were
I was doing a
you were hobnobbing.
high
So I
end.
got
Yeah.
some my
How do you
insiders,
guys
my
know about
sources.
these things that I'm doing?
Oh, we got all
Intel?
our little birdies. We have little birds everywhere.
I guess the question might be, how come we never know what you're doing? We're kind of, doing this thing.
I'll tell you how we don't know how what
Be
you're
like,
doing.
hey, I'm going to
You
a...
telling us is not how we know you're doing.
Yeah,
things.
you letting us in the loop on anything is
Not
definitely not.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Well, I've...
Don't have to. It's just
Well, you've what?
all of a sudden I got people sliding in my DMs with pictures of Rhett on a stage.
Oh,
And I'm like,
yeah.
geez, I didn't know he could dance like that. And those are some nice legs when they're shaven.
Love dance.
It's a lot of
As long as
shaving.
it's
It's
on
a lot of
stage.
hair loss in the last couple weeks, eh? The beard's gone. The side pipes are gone.
I like the foo.
Do you like it?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a foo. It's more of a handlebar right now. isn't
I
it?
don't know. I just think
Food just
it's a
goes
nice-
deep.
How far does the foo go? When does it?
Probably right to the jawline, I think.
I don't know technically, but
So what is a handlebar just a different name for a Fu Manchu?
I think a foo probably goes deeper than a handlebar, but maybe I'm wrong.
Or does the Fu do one of these?
No, the Fu have the hangers down.
Foo could have hangers for sure. I'm ready for some dumb facial hair to piss off my wife. I think it's about time for that.
That's
I got a
good
gala. I got to MC on the 3rd of April. After that, let's
Wait,
go.
you have a what?
Just
Did
dumb
you
stuff.
call it a
Hmm?
gala?
I believe it's a gala.
A gala.
Yeah.
What now? We just discussed the Fu and
Right.
Mhm.
what constitutes
Yeah,
gala.
when's an event?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
Turn
involved
into
in the naming of it, but it is a charity gala.
Okay, what's the
Come on.
The venue?
well, is it a dinner? Is
Is
it
it the-
beyond a dinner? Is there a
It'd be
dance?
dinner. There was
Is there a fashion show?
fundraising opportunities,
High
silent
kicks?
auction. No high kicks on this one. I'll be in a suit.
Oh.
Expensive high kicks. Can't be ripping.
And
my
you're doing
clothes.
it?
Yeah, I know. I introduced myself as a grown man with a child's haircut last year because I just got the mullet going. People thought that was good.
I see.
They had a good
So you've
guffaw.
actually done it before, and they brought you back.
I know. It's sort of a red flag, isn't it?
Yeah,
So it's definitely free.
I was gonna say they're
Not
they're
that-
happy not paying someone to do it.
Yeah, I'd actually be, if I'm not getting paid, I'd love to be doing something else too, but somehow I'm back.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, man, come on.
What?
Bugatti.
Oh,
Bugatti,
yeah, I
sorry,
forgot about
focus,
that,
focus,
yeah.
focus.
Is it though? Could we give
Bugatti?
him a pass on this Bugatti?
No.
Oh, here's the thing.
Why?
If they just
No.
coast to a win, you're like, oh yeah, it wasn't the biggest game of the year. You cannot lose this game. Right?
Ken.
Well, not
got-
make the playoffs.
Still got 2 in hand.
Well,
I mean,
remember
look
now.
at your next 3
Do the ma-
games.
Well, you just then they're-
Dallas, Colorado, Edmonton.
It's the first game back after a road trip. They're not
Oh
gonna win.
dear, he's making excuses.
Well, let me
already.
take you back to the last time they played these guys. It was right before the Four Nations break, and they
Oh,
were
it
up
was
2-0 and in
the
no
third period.
trouble whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then gave up 2 in the final 7 minutes and then lost.
Seattle did to them what they just did to the Islanders and
That's
Devils.
right. They started their break early.
And it was like
A period early.
Ew. not good.
I was in a hotel in Red Deer for a kid hockey tournament. That was a bad loss. Yeah, even
Not
double it.
And we know it wasn't the Black Knight.
Was
sadly.
not. That's rest in peace. T's and P's.
Still can't believe
Missed
they
that
did
steak sandwich.
Can't believe they did that.
God damn it.
I don't know if I've been back to Red Deer
It's
since.
not worth it with them.
I'd boycott the place.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, it's the Kraken.
Got to win this game.
The deep sea creature.
Yeah. How do we feel about the Kraken? We were excited when they came in. It was kind of new
Nice jersey.
expansion.
I feel like
jerseys,
Ronnie
logo.
Francis has led them into. You forget how good Ronnie Francis was
I know.
at everything.
Yeah.
And now I forget if the Kraken are any good
Well-
or part of the NHL. They're very.
And there's 3 or 4 major decisions along the way that just didn't feel great. Their expansion draft didn't
Their
feel
coach.
great. Their first coach, Dave Haxtell, was a flop in Philly and didn't turn out to be the guy in Seattle and might be back to North Dakota, who just gassed their guy.
Love no doubt.
And then it's like, okay, so you're not as good as you thought. Philip Grubauer is a big part of that. I think they went 6x6 on him on a
Yeah.
huge deal, or 5x6, more than Colorado is willing to pay. That's proven to be disastrous. And okay, then you have a nice little upset of Colorado in round 1 year. Oh, look, we can do this too. The Vegas thing. No, they blow the brains out on Montour and Stevenson this year. It looks like a GM that's put himself in a spot where he now has to GM for his job, and that's what they did this summer.
Let's take a look at this game for Bet365. Breaking news coming in from Bet365. Every nail-biting overtime win is a barn burner. Every face-off, hat trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, every suspenseful minute in between is amazing. Whatever the moment, never ordinary at Bet365, official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app today and use the code NATION and get in the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. There you see it.
Seattle was again against Edmonton on Saturday. They had the no McDavid, no Draisaitl Oilers, and looked like it was going to be a blowout. They clawed back to 5-4.
I did. It was on. I was kind of watching it. It was on while I was. They hung in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's without 2 of the best in the world for the
Yeah.
Oilers, and they still found a way. So that's how she looks, boys. There you have the Flames
Slight favorites.
favorites at home, as you would expect.
Yeah, playoff chase team against a non-playoff chase team. There's an 11-point gap between these two, and the Flames have played 2 fewer games, so
They're boring.
they used to be in the same neighborhood. They're not anymore.
They're boring.
Flames have 3 more victories than do the Kraken, but it's those extra time points that have added up for the Flames.
Yeah, 11 versus 5.
Yeah. So that makes a bit of a difference. Yeah, I don't know about
They're
the Kraken.
boring, Dean.
It feels like the excitement level has kind of tailed off a little bit.
Another thing I didn't mention was, remember they picked really high. It's like Shane Wright fell to us. It's taken him like 3 years, and he's now a top 6 player, but
It's really
it's not a star.
In terms of games played, it's his first kind of full season. He's had
Sure, he spent a lot of time in the American League last 2 years. Yeah.
and
And they've had some good teams in the American League. I think the Coachell's Valley's gone to the final 2 years in a row.
Well, they should worry about the big squad.
Well, yeah. I think
Right.
probably more to the point of like they're cooking right nice and slow, not going to rush them.
Oh, so all of a sudden they're just gonna.
Well, he's center in the top line tonight. That's
I'm not
probably not
talking
ideal, but
yeah. What about Matty Beniers? The year
kinda
prior
plateaued a bit, didn't he?
goes 2nd overall. It's his 3rd full season. His best year was his rookie year.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a star.
Mm-hmm.
Whose jersey you buying if you're a Kraken fan?
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Ebbs?
Maybe Joey Decord. He's got the 5-year deal. Ebbs is up at the end of the year or next year.
Still, those are like.
Today
I
it's
know.
I might put-
probably
You doing your own name, your own number?
Warner, 44. Top
um,
shelf, 44.
No, seriously, like I can't decide that
Beniers is
I
probably
can't
the
commit
guy.
to this one guy because
Yeah.
he's great. So,
maybe
No.
Montour.
oh,
He'll be there
Yeah.
for.
outta
he'll
here.
be there, but
Be there
geez, I
doing
mean, you're going
what?
to watch him decline.
Hmm.
That's a really good question.
You mentioned Grubauer.
Awful.
Signed the 6-year, $35.4 million UFA deal at the
Good
summer of
signing.
2021. Great summer.
What is it,
He
6
had
times
such a good-
5.9? Yeah.
A lot of boating and booze in that summer. It was great. This year, so he has 2 years left at 5.9. This year, 7-16-1 with a 3.59 goals against and an 873.
that
How
might
is he
be-
500 with those numbers?
That's
That's insane.
7-16-1.
Oh, they said 17. I was like, what? Okay,
7?
That makes more sense. Yeah. Awful
16-1.
I
Yeah.
was like, that can't be right.
His last year in Colorado,
Ooh.
going into his UFA,
Yeah.
second in Vezina voting,
Mm-hmm.
39-1, 1.95 and a 922.
Oh.
Sometimes it's the deals you don't make. Joe Sakic
He was put on waivers 3 weeks ago
cleared.
to go down and
Coachella helped out.
get your game on, bud. And he was average.
You know what
there.
it is? Rains a lot in the winter in Seattle. You got to get that vitamin D.
I'm
Yeah.
Send him to the
telling you,
desert.
Got to get the red light therapy,
Load
bud.
up the
Yeah.
vitamin D. Bring him back in.
Hallelujah.
I'm sure he's been great since he got
Mhm.
He's won 2 of 3.
Saley's hot.
Beat Philly and Utah. Did not beat Minnesota. But that hasn't worked out. And
No,
that's
it's killed.
find a goalie that isn't good. You're going to fire your coach and your team isn't going to be great.
Yeah, they've liked Decord though. To be fair, he said 2 good years in a row here.
He's been the guy.
Yeah.
25 of the last 30 have been Joey Decord
Wow.
games.
Well, what are you going to do? Put the other guy
You can't
in?
put the other guy in.
They
No.
Drieger there for a while, but he's in a different organization this year.
And you talk about the contracts that they got into. When can you? There's not a lot. They're mostly intact for next year. The only guy of consequence is Capo Caco. He's an RFA with Arbrights.
How's he
Good
done
since he
there?
got
He
over
went-
there. Not great, but good.
38 games, 9 goals, 25 points.
Hell yeah, you take that. Three quarters of a point a game.
9 goals and 38.
24 and 38. Something like that.
25 points, 38 games.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
better than he was
that's
doing
not
in New
bad.
York,
Yeah,
right?
but it's second overall, I think, in terms of the big picture.
Yeah, you're not getting that guy in trade for what they gave up if he's actually performing. So it's been a nice jump from what he was in New York, and that's a win for them.
But they spent, this is year 1 of the Beniers extension,
What's he making?
7 times 7.14.
It's going to be okay. Yeah,
It'll be
It's totally
fine. Your favorite, they signed Chandler Stevenson. This is year 1 of a 7-year deal at 6.25.
Already slowing down. Year
They
one.
signed Montour, year 1 of 7 times 7.14.
Great
Can you give
player,
us
but
their
6 years
ages?
left. 31 and 32, I want to guess.
Joey Decord's 5-year extension kicks in next year. We mentioned Grubauer. He's got 2 more at just under 6. Adam Larson, 3 more at 5.25.
Court.
So they're
Alexiak's up next year. That'll be an interesting piece because that's the type of guy you dangle. He's 6'6" or 7. He's 230 pounds.
They're
and teams are like, oh,
screwed.
we could add a guy like that.
and is Ebbs up this year?
I'll check right now.
Is he a UFA? I
I think he
believe
had
maybe.
1 year left.
Anyway,
So,
it does feel, and I don't know if it's because now Utah's come in and they've got new jerseys and they're the new kids in the block,
No,
but it
I
doesn't
still
feel,
like the jerseys.
yeah, I like what,
there's nothing good. Whose jersey you buying?
Yeah, that's you
and
nailed
they're
it.
coming to town. What are you excited to see?
Yeah. If Shane Wright was going to be a star, that changes everything here. That's your
Beniers
number one
was
set.
awesome his rookie year. It was
and
like,
that
okay.
and imagine slotting him at number 2. Now you got a team, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Beniers had 24 goals his rookie year and hasn't hit that since. Seems like a long shot to hit it this year. I think he's a good player, but
Eberle, 1 more year.
Yeah, but
left.
they've surrounded it with a bunch of junk that's overpaid by the sounds of it.
Yes.
And they're not even junk. They're just you're not at the point where you need to add him on tour that's going to take you.
No, you're not a piece away. That's
No.
that's classic.
but you know, hey,
misread.
you know what Chandler Stevenson and Brandon Montour are?
Heart and soul.
Winners.
Old.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's
got
right.
Montour won a cup. Chandler, they want
Mhm.
those guys are veterans. They know how to win. They're winners.
So they're going to pay Montour, who's 30, until 2031, if you need him, and they're going to pay Chandler Stevenson, who's 30, until 2031, if you need him.
Mhm. And that's coming fast, guys.
2031?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's fast lane.
Because it's almost 2026. We're halfway there.
Any idea? And maybe you have it in front of you. I obviously I went a little deep because what are the Kraken? I don't know. Who leads them in goals? Is it one of the
I
kids?
was going to say
No.
McCann, but he cooled off midseason. Is it
It's Tolvanen.
Oh,
who was a waiver claim from Nashville that I remember losing my mind over? Like, get this guy. Ellie or Ely Tolvanen, depending how you hear.
Yeah, I think they go with Ellie.
Yeah.
Now, did they waive him or was he?
Nashville put him on waivers, and Seattle in year 1 or 2 was like, there's some upside here. Yoink.
Yeah.
Been good for them. He's playing on the third line with McCann and Burakovsky. That's a skilled line.
I want to beak him about it, but I almost remember him saying it. So
It was annoying because you're like, who the hell's wasting time talking about
Pinder.
LA
No one knows who
Tolman?
this person is. How much did you say?
21.
Oh, good for him.
That's not a lot.
But there was a time earlier this season where we looked and we said, the Flames, in terms of who's their leading scorer,
Yeah.
that's the least number of points for any team to have for their leading scorer.
Is it McCann for points for them?
McCann and Stevenson, your buddy,
Stevenson got that many.
48 points.
48. Ryan, chill out.
And we checked this morning, of course, to see. So hey,
yeah. Remember 60.
Huberdeau.
Everyone loves it. 60 is a huge win.
Huberdeau's at 55, so no longer are the Flames kind of the
Laughing stock.
yeah.
Gotta stay healthy. Gotta
They
work
traded. This is the Kraken. They traded away Yanni Gourde, Bjorkstrand, Brandon Tanev, Daniel Sprong at the deadline.
They're
all
Bjorkstrand and Gord to Tampa. They get Isamont back, who some energy. I don't know. Couple firsts. That's good.
They're boring.
Yeah,
They're boring. Jerseys are nice.
So this is why don't lose to the Kraken if you're the Flames.
You can't. That's why it's biggest game of the year. You
5.0.
cannot lose to this team. And they actually can score goals, which is crazy. They're not a good team, but they're in the top half of the league in goals for. They sit at 3 goals a game, essentially.
So their top scorer is the shits, but it's very spread out.
They're absolutely that. Wright, Beniers, McCann, their top 3 centers. Eberle, Kakko, Burakovsky, the top 3 right wingers. And then Schwartz, Nyman, who they just called up from Coachella Valley, and Tolvanen in the top 3 left wingers. Like that top 9, all those guys are solid. Nobody's spectacular.
9.
Well, I blame that Grubauer then.
That's a lot of money they could use elsewhere, but Ron Francis, I don't know what you're doing here, man.
Well, took a stab at a goalie. Needed a goalie, Ryan.
How'd it go?
Voodoo.
It's a lot of voodoo. I agree with that.
So what do we know about the Flames? What's going on with this? Team?
I wonder who's back and how healthy everyone is, because there was no
Guess who's
Farabee
back?
last we spoke. There was no Uyghur last we spoke, and I think Michael Backlund skated yesterday.
Oh.
So I'm curious to see, because the Lions actually got some chemistry going. The top 6 I really like. The Frost
Backlund's going to ruin it.
Stay out of the lineup.
He won't ruin the top 6.
Don't pull a Kachuk.
He won't ruin the top 6. He'll probably put him with Farabee and Coleman. That's actually a 3rd line finally. That's great news. No? Okay. You want Sharon Govich on center in that line?
No,
I'm leaving the top 6 alone, is what I'm saying.
Ryan. I'm just here.
no, I'm just
top
not
6
getting super excited about that. I mean, it's not a great
You need
third
someone
line.
to-
It's their third line tonight, potentially.
It's been playing as a 2nd line all year, so it means you found some things. That's the real positive for me.
3 in a row. Looking to make it 4.
Comebacks in back-to-back games. Jeez.
3 games in hand on St. Louis.
Back-to-back games with 4 goals or more.
It's a lot.
3, Dean. They need them all.
You kind of need them.
Yeah.
They're 4 back.
4 back, 3 games total.
And what's the tie break?
That'd be regulation wins.
Oof.
I'll pull it up.
I sure hope that LA game doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got a feeling it might. At least for the Kings for seeding with the Oilers, potentially. It could be both teams.
You're a real son of a gun.
I sure hope. Weeks will be back as the
Flames have the tiebreak in regulation wins. That's going to go their way.
Are you going to go my way?
Lenny?
Great. Love Lenny.
Why?
That album was so good. Just slapped you across the face.
Oh.
Said, listen to my electric guitar.
Did he sing Taxi?
Yeah. Taxi driver.
Cab.
Bleep you. I'm a survivor.
Mr. Cab Driver.
Cab driver.
There you go.
Yeah, the Flames with 3 games in hand are already 1 regulation win ahead of St. Louis, so you do have a tiebreak. That's nice.
You see that there? Seattle's not even on this thing.
No,
See,
they're
if you
not.
had the pointer, we could have it on the screen.
I
Seattle's
did
not-
get one with Seattle in it, but
No,
it's
but
upside
it's
down.
Yeah, but this is okay. This kind of tells you.
Yeah, I'm not in the same territory these days.
Utah's done.
Last night, that's a crippling blow. They allowed 5 on 13. Oof. I don't know if that was Venti Mocha or Ingram or who, but that's no good at all.
Not ideal.
I think Ingram's on leave, so it would have been someone else. Probably both guys when you let in 5 on 13,
Yep.
eh? Huh?
Yeah. Too bad they didn't have a Grubauer to fall back on.
Is it? Just a Grubauer away from what I ask.
You can have him.
So there it is. I think we've set the table nicely.
Yeah, for the Bugatti.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We could talk about some of the guys on the team, get to our bets while we're on it.
I'd love that.
Okay. Well, two of the guys that I've focused in on for our good pals at Bet365.
Can I preface this by saying, like, when you weren't here this morning, I was.
Yeah.
He was all braggy about how he's doing on his.
He loves telling you how when his bets come through.
Hit the Quentin Hughes yesterday.
Oh, yeah. So good. Anyway, back to you.
These two young players have been sensational. These two young players need contracts this summer. These two young players were excellent the last 3 games of the road trip. These two young players are on lines that are clicking right now. I'm taking Zari and Coronado. 1 point. Minus 110 for who Jack calls Corn.
Corny.
And Cesar plus 110.
Don't call him corn. Call him whole.
Jackie.
You got to take it another level.
No, I understand.
It's the Jackie Bear. I know.
Or could you go with dog for a corn dog?
But everyone's a dog. Zad dog, wide dog.
But if you're just going to go with dog,
you got to get a rune dog. You got a rune dog. You can't have more dogs.
Whole.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, workshop that.
You need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here. Yeah, be a dog.
Be a dog.
We need more dogs. Service Credit Union. The Big Share contest is back, full swing right now. Chance to win $1 million just by saving money. Every $500 saved gets you 5 entries into the Big Share contest. Contest ends April 30th, 2025. Skill test required. For rules, visit service.ca/win. Anyone can enter by becoming a member and start saving with Service. Many different ways for you to boost those entries and the bonus, your bonus entries. It's all on the website.
Yeah.
Service.ca/win. Say it again. Who else is giving you a chance to win $1 million?
I haven't met
in the
anyone
next
else. Yeah.
5 weeks. Anybody?
Maybe Ron Francis if you're stopping pucks. That's about it.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
He's probably tapped
kind of
out.
pot committed.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got the room for it.
Can't pay that.
Service Credit Union does.
Valley.
Credit Union does. What were you doing last night? You were at a season ticket holder event. You had
just some high class.
A gala.
I was at a gala.
Gala?
Yeah, I was at a gala. I didn't know what I was getting into when I agreed to it.
That sounds like
just
you.
kind of showed up. And
Yeah.
there was a lot of more people there than I expected, and no food.
What?
Jamie McCown was right pissed off about that.
You gotta have food for the
Couldn't-
fellas.
He could
Come
not
on.
believe
Was he
there was no
aghast?
Was he
I
hot?
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great word for what he was feeling. He was checking into people's boxes, their own food.
Nacho platters up
Can we
here?
not get
Really?
oh
Who
those
do we
old
talk
guys,
to?
right? The old guys, when
Yeah.
they don't eat, they get cranky.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They get cranky.
Yeah.
We were not bragging. They were talking about you know what? They can brag. Because this new building's
Could be nice, eh?
it looks good.
Yeah.
Fairly high end.
I think when Connor McDavid's playing for the Leafs and Calgary has the nicest building in the province, it's going to be a great time, fellas.
I don't think it's going to be close by the looks of it either. I've
No.
not been into that
Dude,
place up
people
north.
pissing in sinks when they open that place in Edmonton. What are you talking? No.
So what kind of can you let us in a little bit?
Well, it was all. I think it's on the city website and the Flames website, and I can't recreate.
But there's nothing.
I don't have AI up here, Dean, to
Nah.
project onto the screen. And
One of the things they're doing now is they're opening like a public forum for what you want to see for, be it art or things around there. So like a statue of, say, Alani, things like that. So if you're a
why
big
is it
Flames
always
fan-
Laney and Jerome?
well,
How
he was
about-
the captain of a team that won a cup, and until there's more, he's probably going to be somewhere near the front of the queue.
It's nothing against Laney. I love
Why
Laney.
Laney's the greatest
One of
guy
the
ever.
Greatest persons. in
Taking
Finland.
shots at
Just-
Lanny. Jeez.
just like
What did Lanny do to
other
you?
names to be thrown in the hat once in a while.
Why do
Jamie
you hate
McCown-
Lanny McDonald?
Jamie McCowan. How about that guy?
Just holding his belly like, where's some food?
I'm hungry.
I think they're going to have well, I forget what they called it. I'm trying to remember, and I got CTE, so I have a tough time when that happens. But
Is that confirmed?
Let's walk towards it. It's
it's going to be,
inside or outside.
So listen, those they put up the skyrise, the high rise towers with the apartment building ones, and you can have the presentation center, that sort of thing where you can go in and go some videos of what's going on. This is going to be your view. Here's your sight lines. And now with AI,
they did that in they did that in Vegas prior to building the football stadium. In that just kind of south on the strip, the city center or whatever, that kind of outdoor markety plaza thing there. They had one shop. You go in, it's like, here's the whole thing. It's pretty impressive.
And I think that's what they're
it gives you an idea as to
impress you.
Yeah.
It's going to be impressive.
I wonder what, like, if you could have anything, what would you want in there?
A suite.
Well, I mean, from the fan base's perspective, you need huge concourses. It is such a pain in the ass getting around the dome, and all you have to do is punch it out 10 meters in every direction, and everyone can walk freely. That's the biggest problem with the dome. At bigger concourses, you have more room for washrooms. They're going to be all over it. They've studied all the new buildings. They really like Little Caesars in Detroit. But that is the pinch point at the dome. Good luck getting around one of the ends where they tighten up the concourses at an intermission.
I feel like there's a few pinch points probably by now at the dome.
They all tie into that, though. Like, what else?
It's all
the washrooms is part of that.
Bathrooms is no good.
The bigger the concourse, the more space you have for washrooms.
No,
that
doesn't add up.
So bigger diameter, yes, if you widen the circle.
But if you take that diameter and put pissers in there, then you got one or the other. Don't get both.
Okay. They're going to add more washrooms.
I'm an architect.
Yeah. Warner Industries.
Yeah.
What other pinch points do you see?
Well, I'm saying just the dome it's time to move on from the dome.
Everyone's on that page.
Yeah, we don't need.
No one's clamoring to save the dome.
Yeah, we can have our fond memories of the dome.
We sure can.
And it's a hockey specific venue. That's what people forget. You're not moving into another hockey specific venue. You're moving into an event center that's going to be just as good doing concerts as it is at hockey. The Saddledome's one of the last standing hockey-specific venues in North America that holds a huge number of people, and there's some unique things about it. We're going to miss it. It's got character out the yinger, but yeah, it's totally outdated.
Just the whole cityscape without the Saddledome,
I know,
will be kind of sad.
Yeah. And it's that damn.
We'll get over it.
It's that damn iconic roof that causes all the problems at the concert.
Remember when the tower was a big deal?
Can't see it anymore. Yeah.
Now you can't even see it.
Seems to be irrelevant. Yeah.
Intel coming in.
Okay.
I don't know if this is breaking news. Maybe it is. We'll give it the
Barn burner.
We do have breaking news this morning.
We can just call this Bonton Meats breaking news hotline.
No beefs.
No beefs.
Okay.
Rhett was very professional last night. He was well groomed. Kind of looked like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys with the stash.
He was groomed. I don't know if he was well groomed.
Yeah. I was well groomed. McCowan tried to take shots at me, but even he was like,
yeah,
kind of works. Can't really give him the gears on it.
So there you go. That's on the, I don't want to give out sources, anonymous tip, but on the Bonton meat market breaking news.
Our beat writer from Bonton Meat.
That's right. Yeah.
And I just ordered something from that
Did you?
beat writer. I sent him some insider. Yeah.
Are you calling him a beef writer
yes.
instead of a beat writer?
Well, those beef writers don't write very much.
Greg's on the beef.
His response was, "You need meat already." Oh my!
That is quite a feat.
Yeah,
it's good for him.
It really is quite the setup he's got going.
He's not an omnivore. He just eats meat, not like anything else, I believe. Heavy meat diet.
Yeah, I love steak.
Yeah, I know you do.
Bonton, and I love.
So, have you put the order in?
It's in, and I was smart enough when I registered that I looked and I need to order. I'm like, oh, okay. What did I order? I went back and just copied and pasted
the whole thing.
See, this is what drives me nuts. Red is one of the fly by the seat of my pants, least organized, doesn't believe in planning, wake up and figure out what you're doing. And he's like weeks ahead on his meat order.
Yes.
It's just priorities. He's not unorganized.
No.
That's right.
He's too busy worrying about his meat that he can tell us when the hell he's going to be in Calgary.
Take care
or
of my
not.
meat.
Jeez. All he cares about is his meat.
Let Bonton take care of your meat.
Yes, do trust us.
Contact the beef writer, the beef reporter at Bonton Meats. You need more already. It's not usually what you get from. It's probably not wrong. 24 consecutive years, Consumers' Choice Award winner for best meat and deli here in the city of Calgary and Southern Alberta. AAA Alberta beef, pork, veal, chicken, turkey. They got those salads going in there now. Bone broth, gravy. Ooh.
Did you say meat pies?
Meat pies. There it is. Somebody's Greg's title is the Meathead.
That is true.
It is
That's
true. I
right.
believe it's on his business card.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Karken team.
Are you worried?
No, the exact opposite. Like not regarding the Flames, just like
They're one of 32.
you're just lost at
This-
sea. There's
yeah.
there's no jersey. There's no bright future necessarily. There's no great vets. It's just a little bit of everything, and the cumulative isn't good.
They got a great rink.
They do.
It's a great city.
Rhett would tell you it's not good anymore.
Bunch of hippies, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know.
Dude, Seattle? First place to like
Oh yeah.
smoke pot all over the place.
Yeah. You'd know, hippie.
Good place to go. Great ballpark.
Is it?
Oh,
Not
phenomenal.
deemed any of the sports venues there, and everyone brags about.
I think the ballpark's
Oh.
great.
Well, the
And
football
not- and not
stadium's
football
supposed to
stadium,
be
too.
awesome
Yes,
too.
they're
Yeah, I
great,
haven't
great
been to the
venues.
football.
Let's go, Jack.
I'm down. Let's go.
When the
Oh,
Steelers
you're
play,
sti-
you're still sick.
You
Get
get
out of here.
better before. We're not going anywhere with
What
you.
is up with you? Mix
No.
one?
One party
I don't know.
weekend,
Shoot.
10 days later, he's still cooked. Just
Do you drink
embarrassing.
water?
Yeah, I drink tons of water. I take my vitamins.
Check your pipes. Maybe there's
Listen to him.
stuff in
I
there.
take my vitamins.
I told him about a neti pot like 5 days ago.
Oh, we got to get.
Live
That'd be good.
on air.
Have you
You're
ever-
gonna be stunned.
Have
if
you
what
ever
happens.
done the neti pot?
I have not done the.
Oh, buddy.
Telling you.
Life changer.
It's like waterboarding.
Oh, don't say that. No, he doesn't want to do it.
See what comes out of you.
It'd be a lot.
Maybe it's your pelvic floor.
Jack has your pelvic floor.
I don't know.
I'm betting it's not
Probably
great.
shite.
By the signs of the rest of you.
Pelvic floor health. It's not just a women's issue. Your pelvic floor plays a huge role in everything that we men do.
Mm.
Bladder control, sexual function,
Mountain
all around
climbing.
just core strength and health.
Mhm.
Mountain climbing.
Mountain climbing.
True. Getting in and out of your sports car. A strong pelvic floor can mean better performance, better stamina, even a boost in confidence. If you're waking up at night to go to the bathroom to pee, it's not just an annoying habit, it's a sign that something is off.
Mm.
The good news, it can be fixed with a completely non-invasive approach using emcellotherapy. And that's where the team at bearoused.ca comes in. They're all about helping men take charge of their pelvic and sexual health with science-backed treatments. No gimmicks, no awkward conversations, just real solutions. So if you've noticed maybe some changes, Jack, in your performance, your bladder habits, or you just want to optimize things, it's time we talk openly about men's health, because taking care of yourself should never be embarrassing. Go to bearoused.ca and see what they're all about. I was chatting with some men in roughly the same
Some of
age
your
category
some of your
Demographics.
in my peer group.
Yeah. Your
We
brethren.
got talking. I was like, emcellotherapy. You should look into it. What is it? I'm like, well, I
It's
need to
what
look
you
into it
need.
myself.
That's what.
Just have a seat on that chair.
Yeah.
The electronic pulses going. Away you go.
It's kind of like, guys, how would you say your pelvic floor health is?
Went for coffee and
Just brought it up. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to break the taboo. I'm
Yeah,
a
you-
taboo breaker.
You're getting rid of the stigma. That's what
are
you're
there
doing.
any taboos that we like?
I got a lot.
bit of a, and you know what? It's starting to kind of. I'm wondering if maybe I should talk to somebody about it.
Probably
Well, then you're not doing this.
want to clear that browser history first.
That's
Probably.
right.
Then you're not doing this.
It's like that. Would that hurt? Maybe it would hurt. Nice.
Oh boy.
Joking. This is a mod medical clinic. Bearoused.ca.
I ran into 2 people that made me feel shitty about myself this morning, just in case you're wondering.
Nice.
This morning.
Yeah. At the
2?
the coffee shop.
Any of
Well,
us?
there was a couple.
Oh,
They were together.
Oh yeah.
Good.
doing squats and
Well,
drinking
Tight clothes.
juice.
they have a really good hockey player son,
Uh,
and they're stopping in for a coffee. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
yeah.
You and Mama Bear out for a coffee?
Mhm.
Good to see you. No. We're coming back from
The workout. Yeah. Get the tight clothes workout just a couple doors down here.
Mick.
Really?
Settle down, Mick.
Holy. Kid's a weapon. He's in the Pinder Report today.
He's a highfalutin Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, Mick.
Oh, Mick.
Really?
Yeah, flying around.
He and Sarich both have the both of them. Calgary and Tampa.
What the hell's he doing?
I don't know.
He's at Tampa Bay Lightning?
Yeah.
He's working for him.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant.
Pro
So-
scouting?
Yes.
Nice.
How'd he get that gig instead of doing this shit?
I have theories.
Did he win a cup? I mean, that's the
Do you
only
have to
thing
get
holding
up
you
and
back.
work out before?
I have some thoughts and theories, but it's probably, you've already had 2 people make you feel bad about
Yeah, I'll
yourself.
probably leave that for tomorrow.
Pinder Report.
Oh,
Go ahead.
watching the video last night, I'm sure, and then I had the brain cramp because of my CTE.
Yeah.
There was a picture of these 2 fans high-fiving. It was Anthony. And I'm like, I know that guy. I know that guy. What's his name? Couldn't think of it.
Fowler?
I believe so.
Our boy? Village?
Really?
Nice.
Jeez.
You maybe it is time to see somebody.
Emsella.
Maybe pelvic floor is a little down on your list.
Can I do
of
a headstand on the Emsella chair?
concerns. How's your pelvic floor? Well, it's not good, but got some other things to work on first. Well, if it was, and it sounds like that'd be Anthony, right? High-fiving.
Oh, yeah.
Not at the event, on the screen.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
like
sounds like
highlights.
that's just the kind of guy Anthony is.
100%.
Upbeat,
Fist pumping, high fiving,
supporting the
Sharp dress.
local sporting team.
buying your pre-owned vehicles, offering great
Yeah.
deals on the new 2026 is set to drop. Yeah,
Sponsoring
it's not
average
perfect.
to below average segments on
Nobody's
local
perfect.
podcasts.
Peaks and valleys, Dean.
cheering on his beloved Dutch soccer team.
Who are the Dutch? What do you think?
Ryan Pinder.
Pinder Report for Village Honda.
Let's head over to FlamesNation.ca. It is a game day, fellas.
Jack doing
and,
some writing? Oh.
Boy, those writers are writing. A couple from Pike, right out of the hopper. Some news we'll get to in a moment.
This is dangerous. Can I say something? Sorry,
Yeah,
Ryan.
please
for
do.
interrupting
Please
you.
do.
I don't like Pike's first article there.
Huberto reflects on
This-
his strong season in the Flames playoff push.
This speaks of I'm getting arrogant and cocky again, and we don't want that out of Jonathan Hubert. You work your ass off and stick to
Here's what I'll throw at you. Is there a chance, though, that it was Pike asking,
Yes.
not Huberto boasting or telling?
regardless. You know, all these hockey guys, they're reading all the articles,
Reading their
They're-
clippings.
Yes,
Because maybe
Glasses.
Huberto is like, I'd rather not talk about it. I'm very focused, but
Yeah, you're
I
not
respect you as a writer. I saw you in New York,
You
and
came all the way to Newark.
All
the
way.
What am I going to say? No to this guy?
maybe that's what it was.
Good point by
That
you.
is what it was.
Sorry,
It was on that
Johnny.
road trip.
Back to you, Ryan.
Thank you. Looks like they're going dark mode tonight. So the Blasty picture is appropriate. This is from the Flames social media. You see in the top right corner, dark mode.
Huberto.
Blasty.
I signed
right.
one of those last night. They're nice.
The color scheme is
If
sensational.
only the Flames would send us one of those.
Or 4 of them, because Jack needs
Mhm.
one.
I didn't mean one. I meant one each.
Wouldn't be
Give
that
me-
hard.
Be awesome.
What number are you getting on the back?
44.
You getting old Hanley? Joel Joe?
Well, let's do it this way. We kind of took some runs at the Kraken. Whose jersey you getting here?
Wolf. Easy.
Why are you looking at me? You going to answer, Jack? We can't all go with Wolf.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'll go.
there's better options than
All right.
the
Uyghur.
Kraken.
Pospisil?
Uyghur?
Uyghur, yeah.
I've moved on.
Gross.
Oh, yeah, they quit.
I was gonna go Wigs, and you
Corn?
know what I was
You're
gonna
going
do?
Uyghur? Oh.
Put one of these on there.
That's gonna happen, I think. Corn? You like corn to be a good move?
His name is Hole.
Hole. You get a whole jersey?
No, I'm not
Well,
getting a Hole.
if you did,
He's got to sign that deal
Wigs?
first. I'm getting a little nervous.
I'm going Zeri.
Oh, Zeri's a good one too.
You do what you want.
Good number.
You
Like it,
guys
keep
just-
it. Don't change it.
Yeah, 47.
Who's got 100 and some points
Nobody.
in the organization in a single season?
Oh, Hubie.
Nope.
100 and some points.
Hubie had 115.
In
What
a
the hell are you
single
talking about?
Gold, defenseman?
Zane Perrick. Don't know his number yet.
There we go.
Can I would just leave the blank holes? Just put
Question mark.
Perrick
Yeah.
with a question mark. Then just write maybe in brackets right at the bottom. Yeah. Next year we'll have a number for him, but
You
it's
like
gonna be one
that,
of those training
don't you?
camp
That was a
numbers.
good pick. Your guys is terrible.
No, it's a
Well,
good
you could
picture.
pick
Wolf,
today.
the most obvious.
Yeah.
I think you're just trying to curry favor for all the
The jerseys were
I
good.
just
all the
wanna
things
work-
that you've
I
said
want-
negatively.
I just
about
want to
him.
work with all those high-end defensemen, Craig.
Gregory.
Well, if there's anyone that would hone that high-end offensive skill,
I think Brett is the guy.
what's Mick doing? Is he? Oh, he's working for Tampa.
Yeah.
So damn, 'cause he'd be a good guy.
Stop it,
Old
Damon.
Mick Dupont.
Rubbing it in.
I was going to say something rude, but it's not Mick's fault. It's your fault. And you're
Oh,
just stirring the
You're
pot.
just, Jonathan Huberto's article with Ryan Pike, I do recommend you go read it at flamesnation.ca. Pike was on the road for games in Manhattan, Long Island, Newark, and did get some time with the Flames leading scorer.
First, we'll take Manhattan.
Then we'll take Jack.
Then we'll take.
I don't know. The Prudential Center.
It's a little depth. It's I don't
Really? He should know that.
I don't know.
What is it?
Berlin.
No idea.
Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, there's no way he knows Leonard Cohen.
He's
Here's
a Canadian
the sentence.
icon.
Anne Murray. She's a songbird, Jack. The sentence that really, I think, captures it all. He doesn't quite look like the old Jonathan Huberdeau of 3 seasons hence, but he is arguably a better, more complete player than he's ever been in the NHL.
Really?
Anyone want to quibble with that?
Shut the front door.
Well, I'm not.
Pike.
I'm never
That
going
is-
to quibble with Ryan Pike.
No, you're not.
No.
You get
I would
punched
say
in
that
the
I didn't
shit.
watch
Ton of
a
115.
ton of Panthers.
I can tell you what it looked like. A lot of gas, not a lot of breaks. He's a much better defensive player than he's ever been. And the goals, he's scored 30 twice in his career. He could have a career high in goals this year.
Stop talking about him because then all the holes show up and wow.
Yeah.
Johnny,
playing
you
good
got to
D.
stop listening to the podcast, John.
10.5. Hey,
Let us know when you need
that's
some
what we
motivation.
need.
Right. Let's keep moving. Flames signed a goalie yesterday. Sean
Avery.
Sean.
Owen Say. I wanted to say Sean Day. Jesus, what a Larry Day with the global news tonight.
You need one
Owen
of those
Say.
nicotine
I
patches.
need 2. Put one under my. Okay, let's go.
Somewhere out there, there's a goalie named Sean that was. Oh,
Did I miss something?
damn.
I said to Jack before the show, it seems like his last name's a mistake. You sure it's not Day? Like, is there spelling error? Is it Ray? What? Say?
I may.
Kid transferred to Notre Dame this year. Strong numbers.
Rolling the hay.
Where are those first 2 teams from?
Mercyhurst is a Division I program. First 2 years in college.
Mercyhurst. I don't see Mercy. No, the first 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's playing in Ontario. In the junior A leagues in Ontario.
The Kamoka Kings.
Comes out to
The Powassan Voodoos.
That's a good name. Right
I
there.
like that.
He's a goalie too.
He's excited. Look at that
Look
smile.
at
Good for you,
that,
kid.
What a kid.
23.
BCHL goalie. Was goalie of the year in the BCHL. And then 3 years of college. He and likely Arseny Sergeev will be guys competing for HL minutes next year. Sergeev's playing with Penn State.
Cooley up.
They'll probably try to sign him this spring. Cooley might be your 1 in the AHL, and they rotate these 2 kids behind him.
Well,
We'll see. Good luck to you, kid.
congrats,
They have an
Sean.
East Coast affiliate?
Yes, they do.
Who?
I believe, what is it, Rapid City or Kansas City?
It was Kansas City,
Rapid
but I
City.
felt like
Fort
that
McMurray?
fell apart.
No.
Fort St. John.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, boy. St. John's? St. John.
Let's go.
Welcome to town, Owen Sean Say.
Yeah. Sean Say.
West's wild card. Let's take a peek. Flames, this is really weird with the games played. It's hard to look at. They have the best points percentage, kind of, but also sit 4 out with 3 games in hand. The Canucks have played 2 more. They're 1 point up. Got to win your games in hand, boys. And Utah, they stubbed it to a big time last night.
Done.
Cooked.
Can't do it with a baker's dozen left.
Well, if maybe they had a team name, they'd be a little more motivated.
I thought I heard somewhere the other day that they filed for
It's not
2.
official, but yeah, they're getting there.
Probably going to be the Mammut. And I think when they get the Mammut, then they'll be more organized. They'll know
Will
who
they say it Mammut or is it actual mammoth?
Mammut.
And it's like you couldn't have done Mammoth a year ago.
Well, they were fighting with Yeti
They
to get
wanted
the Yeti. I thought they had a deal, Dean. They're
Yeti-
deal makers.
Yeti would have been the best.
I mean, Utah Yeti.
Yeah. Alliteration.
Yeah.
All those tie-ins. You call the rink the cooler. All you have to do, make a deal with Yeti.
I'm Team Yeti, so I get it.
I know.
I got a great Yeti cooler at home. Awesome.
That's ours. That's from the hockey tournament you didn't come to. You said you'd return that to the studio about
I'm
3
gonna.
weeks ago.
I'm going to return it.
Yeah, you are. Just leave it to us
Bring
in
it-
your will.
I'll bring it
That'd
to our
be
big
nice.
block party event we got.
Right. We're screwed. That's never coming back. Let's go to Seattle.
Hippies.
Yeah, a bunch of what?
See, that's
We're
what
hacky
happened.
sack and
That's what happened to Ronnie
potheads.
Francis. He
Listen-
got out
listen
there
to
and he got
grunge
caught
music.
up in the culture.
Yeah. Schwartz, right? Eberle. Nyman, they just called up from a good couple of years in the American League there. Beniers and Gakko, who
Look
they
at
added. in
Thai
trade.
karate. I like that.
Cartier is on the 4th line. He's got some moxie about him. Tolvanen and McCann and Burakovsky, the 3rd line. It's not bad for a team that
That's
sold.
how you say that? Cartier?
Yes.
Like the French watch?
Yes. It's an odd spelling, but it's Cartier.
I like that, though.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. And he's a little bugger.
He'll
He's,
karate chop
he's
you.
a pain in the ass, that guy. Good,
Oh.
good 4th line shit disturber. He's got some Lomberg vibes. Okay, let's go to the blue line. Interesting. They've got 2 towers, Alexiak and Larson there. Vinny Dunn was a nice get out of St. Louis right from the outset. Riker Evans from Regina Pat, I believe a 2nd-round pick of theirs. Montour in free agency. Cal Fleury expansion draft. They
That's where
both
you want to
Fleuries.
pick defenseman, Dean. 2nd round.
And Riker, Calgary guy.
I think he might be, yeah.
I'm going to look it up, Dean.
Riker Evans. I believe that's correct. Let's keep moving. Where is Seattle in the standings? Well, we're going to have to turn this thing upside down, Dean, to see what they're doing. It looks like they're almost picking in the top 5. As you see, the Sharks, Chicago's, Nashville, Buffalo, Phillies are above them. But boy, is it close. They're a tie break away from picking in the top 5. That's what the Kraken are this year. It's kind of where we thought the Flames would be this year, but then, Dustin Wolf.
Yeah.
And that's the gap. 11 points from where the Flames are to a top 5 pick. It's only like 5 games you won that you shouldn't have, right? That's kind of the goalie.
Yeah.
How many's Wolf pulled out of the fire for this crew?
Few.
Yeah.
Calgary, Alberta, Dean.
There you go.
Thanks, bud. Scott, look at this, Scotty.
Upshaw?
Scotty.
I was wondering where that was going, but it turned out to be all right.
Wonder if my brother knows her.
Probably.
That's settled
The
down.
dental industry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
A who's who.
What's with Regina Pat's kids' moms taking bullets here? Crazy.
You're the one doubling back now.
Where were you 101 years ago? That's the question. When the Calgary Tigers of the Western Canada Hockey League lost in the Stanley Cup final to the Montreal Canadiens.
That's where it all started.
Stinking Habs.
Jinx of pants.
I don't mind the sound of the Calgary Tigers.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of them around.
Makes sense.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking Cougars.
Right. Calgary
Especially
Tigers.
around here with that gym just down the street.
Loop area.
Oh, God.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
That one lady that paints them on, that's impressive. I don't know if she does it every day.
Yeah.
When you, Rhett, take your millions and millions of dollars and build us
Billions.
a good minor league baseball stadium, we can call them the Calgary Tigers, and then we can all get pissed up on like afternoon matinee games in the summer.
Is this a concern for the parenting group in and around Calgary right now? The beginning of the baseball season when you're all excited to get outdoors and it's blowing and blustery and raining and snowing.
I cannot lie. I was outdoors with young men with ball gloves yesterday at an informal gathering, and it was brisk.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't bad, but it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
And could we facilitate with that new building? Could we throw a ball diamond in there?
Too late,
It's
no.
an entertainment center.
No.
No?
Snowball diamond in there.
Because if it was indoors like the Tampa Bay one, it'd be real good.
That one also isn't real good. It's in a real tough spot. It's probably going to cost them.
It's an open air venue as well.
That's you sweat. Here you freeze.
Yeah.
That's just a sweat box.
Anyway, Calgary Tigers. Remember that for our baseball team.
I didn't know that. This is a great question for a trivia.
Yeah, that is. I see, because everyone knows about, the Vancouver.
And on this day.
How many times have the Calgary
Yeah.
Hockey Club lost to Montreal Canadiens?
Wow, what a great
Trying to
trivia
win this.
How many times do they face Montreal in the final? That's the
There's a
real
question.
kicker.
Great
right there.
job, Ryan.
Thanks, Rhett. Thank you.
That's why you're hosting the gala.
Rhett, we're going to need to, what are like the fashion shows? Like who wore it better or something like that? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure there's some crappy reality TV shows where you go over people's wardrobes. Can we zoom in on Rhett here? Now, what you're looking at is an event at the Dome last night. Okay. Rhett with the mullet on the far right is on the Jumbotron and then also live on the stage below. And is that
Parks?
Parks is hosting.
Right beside
On
Parks.
the far left is Parks. Connie on the right.
Are you wearing an A?
I made sure I had an A on my jersey.
It's a bit of an A.
I had one without, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta have them.
I don't know if we can zoom in, Jack, but we need to look at this wardrobe. There's one of these things ain't like the other ones. I see dress shoes, almost white kicks.
Professional realtor.
Okay.
Professional works for the organization.
Professional.
And an old skid that only dresses up in suits that he had from the 80s. So
that's tough.
That's why Conroy's there. Of course, he's going to wear a suit and tie. I had no idea what I was getting into, and they sent an email. Can you come down for an event? Yeah, sure. And I feel like they know what they're getting when I show up.
Yeah, it's not their first rodeo. Look at that mud flap on him too. I love that. Just a little bit of that white coming through. Like that is a really good looking mullet.
You kind of got the Chucky going.
I'm going full. Like I was gonna do it up for the Saturday night at Richmond's. I like
it. Still can. That's great. Rhett did have some things to say. Want to hear what he had to say?
I'd love it.
Because you know how hard he is on the team here. And then he gets to the Flames and people are giving him jerseys, buttering him up. Oh, I've always been a fan of the Cat. Let's see what he had to say.
We wanted to give it the best chance we had. So I would say that year in 04 was a lot like this year, where we didn't start out maybe thinking that we were playoff bound, but we were determined to put in the effort and to put in the work, and it just kind of built, and the team came together, and a goaltender came along that really helped solidify things, a lot like Wolf. And I mean, not that Vladar hasn't played well as well, but it had that, it's hard to describe, but it's that team feel where you're...
Yeah, team feel, yeah.
Taking runs at Vladar there.
Oh, making sure he's covering up, because you want to praise Wolf, but you don't want to feel like
not the Vladar. I mean, he's
a wonderful guy. Boy, I just wonder if is he too tall?
I just said the other day on the show how great we should keep him.
Love Vladar. Extend him 5 times 5.
Static about Cooley.
Is that what your point was? I'm sure it was.
Are you trying to poke fun? That was well worded.
That was very well done.
It was lovely. It's a great talking point because we said it a month ago on the show. This team does have some 04 vibes.
You're pissed drunk.
No,
you held it together pretty well there.
Pissing down your leg.
It's a team feel.
I had other nice things to say if you want to listen to the whole thing.
No, that's probably enough for some gloss over.
Frankly.
I got a trivia question for you. Who do you think leads the league in even strength points this year?
In the league?
Yeah.
From our team or the whole league?
The whole league.
Even strength points.
I'm asking because it's surprising. So it's not going to be a McDavid, Draisaitl, McKinnon.
Just tell us.
Jack, tell us about your boy.
Eichel.
Tell us about your boy.
It's the kid.
How about this?
I was shocked when I saw this.
We don't care about Pittsburgh. Though.
More points than anyone since the Four Nations, and no one's got more 5-on-5 points all season.
So he likes play. So what happened is he went to the Four Nations, realized playing hockey
can be fun.
Important hockey is lots of fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it up a notch.
Yeah, and then he effed the set of our top 5 pick.
Yeah, he
did.
Yeah. Good work, Sid.
Because he's leaving in the summer. He's
please.
Screw you.
Yes.
I'm out of here.
Colorado, baby.
What a guy.
Rocky Mountain High.
He loves the Denver as well.
Denver and Denver.
Feels like it'd be extra tasty.
Can we listen to John Denver while we're eating the Denver and Denver? Is that too much?
Who sings "I Have the Fire and Rain" and "Fire and Rain"?
That John Denver's full of shit, man.
I know who that is.
I've seen fire and
I've seen rain.
It's James Taylor, guys.
Thank you, JT. Yeah.
JT.
Yeah. That guy?
Mhm.
Huge drug addict.
Really?
Like, so they say.
No. Yeah.
He's got Caroline on his mind.
Jeez. This is a hell of a callback.
Like Keith Whitley? Was Whitley a...
Well, he was a bit of a boozer.
Boozer?
Like he was into the booger sugar, old JT.
Mm.
Although I'm sure he enjoyed a cocktail.
Did you watch that SNL documentary show, whatever the hell?
Not yet.
I liked it. I watched it on the plane the other day.
All right.
Very entertaining.
Is there a bunch of them? Do I have to look? Which one is it?
No, it's a
50-year thing?
It's not a documentary. It's kind of a recreation of what they went through.
It's
right?
actors portraying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right before or leading into the first show, and it's only an hour and a half, and it follows the time frame of all the shit that went down. It was good.
Somebody got paid today, fellas. That man's name?
Congratulations.
Jake.
Oh.
Jacob Chikrin,
Feed
8
Jake.
years, and he gets ampersand $9 million. That is that's a lot of dough for a guy having a great year heading into free agency.
Sober up, Friedman. Jeez.
9
mil.
Now, Jacob Chikrin, very good at shooting the puck, scoring goals as a defenseman. Not many defensemen score like he does annually, but he ain't great defensively. This is a very interesting piece of business to get done because, yeah, I'd rather have a Chikrin more than a Seth Jones who's struggling a bit or a Darnell Nurse, but that's a lot of dough.
It's a lot of dough.
He wasn't making 9 last year, I'll tell you.
No, he's making about half that. I mean, 4.6, I believe.
I just mean that no one was rushing out to...
Old Spencer Carberry.
Oh, yeah.
It's Mitch Love.
Mitch Love, Spencer Carberry. Take him out for dinner there, Jake.
Congratulations, Jake.
So they got Jake signed. They're excited. You love the graphics. Fine, Dean. We'll show you the graphic. God, you need your graphics. There he is, looking like Jacob Chikrin, because that's who it is. You want to see the card or move past the nerds?
I love.
Look at this. It's just power play, finishing, goals. The guy's an offensive weapon. Whew. 26. Getting paid. Not sure if he's good at defense.
I'm looking at that. It just confuses me. CTE.
It's all right. Let's keep moving. More defense. We mentioned Werenski yesterday.
On your bets?
Well, amongst the big role of getting potentially
33.
This guy, huge numbers this year, and time on ice, setting a career high, 33-44 against the Islanders last night. Third highest in Blue Jackets history, trailing only Jack Johnson's 34-59 and 34-13 way back in 2013 when I imagine they were no good. Jeez, that's a lot. He's going to get Norris votes. He's going to get Hart votes. Werenski's been awesome.
You can eat whatever you want at that point.
Yeah, you really can.
You don't
Just
have
a
to worry
furnace,
about your calories,
Right,
your intake.
You're not counting for, you got to get at least this many, not under.
Right on.
Let's
Is
go.
Jack Johnson still popular? Scoodly doo wop. Is he still
Singer.
Bubble toes.
Because he was big there for a while. You couldn't go anywhere without
Yeah.
Jack Johnson in your ears.
Hitting you with his surfboard or his guitar.
Yeah.
Very popular. Quentin Hughes did the same thing last night. They played the S out of him. 32 minutes and 13 seconds for the Canucks, who tied the game in the final minute. Then overtime. Hughes over half of the third period, 11:42 of the third ret. And then in overtime, they played all 5, went to a shootout. 3:27 of overtime.
I'm sick of hearing about these Hughes kids.
That's over 15 minutes in the third period and overtime combined.
By
That's
your
insane.
math, but it's not.
It's Jeff Patterson's math. And obviously, Quinn Hughes, career high ice time tonight with the game going to overtime and the third period playing more than half. My Jeff Patterson impression. Did you know Patter? No. Okay, keep moving. Tonight's games.
It's Colin's
go.
uncle.
Is it? No, it's not. We both used to suck, but one of us still does. Senators Sabres lead us off tonight at 5. Flyers are in
Sabres win
Toronto.
last night?
Don't think they played last night.
Damn.
Did they?
The other night. Did we? Jack?
We're not really keeping tabs on the Sabres anymore, right? I got to be honest. Top 5 pick. That's all you need to know.
I'll mess it up.
Penguins, Bolts, Nashville's against the Canes. Big one here for both wild cards. Montreal and St. Louis, I believe, both hold wild card 2 in their respective conferences. They meet in the Show Me State.
Guaranteed both teams get a point.
That's a 3-point bet. You can play that at Bet 365, by the way. You just go to the 3-way and then you hit.
I gotta remember my sign in.
Vegas in Minnesota. That's 2 playoff-bound teams. Washington and Winnipeg, top 2 teams in the league, each conference leader at this point. Winnipeg,
Heavyweight bout, Dean. Heavyweight bout right there.
It is a big slugfest.
if the Jets win, they punch their ticket. Only the Caps have locked in a playoff spot so far in the entire NHL.
Yeah.
Wings and Avs, goalie fight at center ice.
Oh, we can
Yeah,
only
we do.
pray.
Please. And then, of course, we talked Flames, Kraken, and the nightcap tonight. Ranger to face the Red Hot Kings, who scored 14 goals over the weekend in 2 games.
That is significantly later. than
Yeah,
the
that
other
is.
games.
That's just making sure you got, when Dean wakes up at 11, can't get back to sleep, he's got something to watch.
Mm-hmm. We really want the Kings here.
Do we?
Yep.
Why?
We want the Kings
Finish ahead of the Oilers.
finish ahead of the Oilers, and we don't want the Rangers sniveling in one of those spots away from these Senators and Habs.
I disagree with you.
Oh.
I don't mind the Kings' point, but the Rangers, if the Flames want to flounder and fall off a cliff, they have to fall far. And the Rangers could be one of the teams that, if they win, could help get them in that bottom or top 10 protected list.
Oh,
Rhett's just switched to Team Tanked.
I
know he
could.
did it. He
Hey.
just did. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
CT. Habs, big. Put on your red jerseys tonight. There's a big one against St. Louis.
not wearing a Habs. My dad likes the Habs. There's no way.
Well, call your dad. Tell you love him
just
today.
gonna
Something like that. Just minor detail.
Watch.
It's a huge
Nashville.
game for the Flames if the Habs can take
Carolina.
care of business in St. Louis.
It was a year or 8 years ago we were in Nashville, just so you know.
Really? Did you get a memory come up on the phone?
8 years ago.
God, it feels like way longer.
Suck
than
on
that.
that. You were a young man then.
I was puking in the lobby washroom back then.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't
Breaking
working.
ribs, breaking hearts,
A lot of breaks.
losing wallets.
Misplacing credit cards more than losing
I think
wallets
I did
per
that
se.
too.
Yeah.
And that fancy jacket I wore to Kippers thing.
Yeah.
That's right, Bob.
Got it now.
Really? I got that obnoxious hoodie. Remember that hoodie
That
you
was
hated?
terrible.
You
$20
loved it.
going out of business. So
Yeah.
what a deal. American Apparel. Sorry about that. Where the hell are we? Let's keep moving. You mentioned the DuPont kid. 60 points in 64 games as an exceptional status 15-year-old in the Western Hockey League, destroying the all-time U16 points record among CHL defenders. It's also the most points by a U17 WHL defender in over 30 years. A special player indeed. That from our pal, Cameron.
There is a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
It's remarkable how good he is at the sport, given that A, he's 15, and B, the numbers he's putting up, he's doing them as a defenseman in Everett.
I can tell you that photo was taken in Brandon.
Really?
Little rink board Victoria Inn.
Wow.
Is that where the strippers are?
No,
Which one's that?
you don't want to know.
Okay. You don't go to Brandon for the talent?
No.
Where's Fairfax?
Ottawa.
Okay. Incredible. So next year we get the
60
McKenna
and
draft.
64.
You
And
won't
you're
even
not
be-
old enough to play in the league.
No.
And you're a defenseman.
Right. Wild. This year's draft, McKenna draft, DuPont draft. Those are your next 3 drafts.
30 years.
His dad didn't
U17.
bring it up this morning.
What's that?
His dad wasn't saying anything this morning.
No, the dad knows. Dad's familiar.
See, that's what it should. Oh, hey, Red, how you doing? Yeah, just getting some core work done at the gym.
It's working on my pelvic
Yeah,
floor.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my kid's the best in
Ever.
maybe ever.
Poor
That's
Mitzi played in the-
incredible. You
played in
gonna
the wrong
text
area.
him?
Yeah.
Just tell him we're pumping the kids' tires in the show. Could use a jersey, maybe a signed jersey. Jerseys from everyone today. Finally, let's get to some dumb stuff. Jack, I'm getting excited about a couple things this week. Spring break, kids are off. Gonna go ski for a bit. Also, got Blue Jays season opener on Thursday. Love the season opening debauchery.
Yeah, you do.
So this is me getting ready for the first Blue Jays game of the season. Don't know if you've seen this one with the Bears.
Doesn't have it.
Where are we going here, Ryan?
We're going with the Bears. We're going with the
We
Bears.
go
buddy.
Bears.
Yeah, they go Bears. Sorry, I numbered them. Here we go. Bears.
It's well-oiled.
Yeah, this is so. Ryan, what are you doing for the getting ready for the Jays game on Thursday?
Yes. Cheers.
Leave it this.
Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Yeah. Here we go.
It's happening. Spring.
You're a
Rhett, your thoughts?
loser.
Thank you. Speaking of losers, you left your dog on Dean's doorstep, made him take care of it. He's actually taught the dog a few things, Rhett. You loser.
It's his birthday this week.
Tripping. What the fuck?
I don't believe this is AI. That looks too grainy to not be real. What is going on? Tell me he's doing. You got to be doing straight lines, Dean. You got to teach him to do going all willy nilly.
Sean, it's a dog on the fucking riding lawnmower cutting the fucking grass. I got a video of this shit.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Good work, Dean.
Better than my kid.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
Yeah, at least they're out there.
Yeah.
Well, usually I just pretend one of these videos has something to do with Rhett or you or me.
Yeah,
or
show
Jack.
somebody's name in front of it, and then it's relevant.
But this one cuts too deep. I can't. It's just some guy, and it's looking like a bit of a domestic on the street here. He's got the glass of wine. Maybe we're in Europe. Is that cobblestone? Kind of looks like it. Glass of wine on the street. Things are getting a little heated. Let's watch and break it down. We're going to go to the Warner whiteboard the second time through.
We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you.
I need some help over here. That was a close call. All right, let's break
That's
this
a
down.
lot of work to get that video. If it's
Yeah, it feels set up.
It kind of
Perhaps.
does. We are seeing the timestamp, so maybe that's to make it look less set up.
Yeah.
what are those cars in the background?
This has got to be in Europe somewhere. Let's see.
Those
There
are
goes the
lighting
thing,
in.
and then the
Real-
phone. And
Bottle of wine goes clunk.
I can tell you
glass
right
of
now,
wine.
you're going back for your phone too. You're not leaving that out there.
Pretends to pull out the ring, throws the bird, and then runs into the pub and locks the door. That is so epic.
even if it's set up, I mean, it's okay.
It's beautiful. Ah, prepared to finish it off. Be careful out there, Jack. Don't ever fake propose marriage. That's
Yeah, just don't propose. You better.
That's Pinder Report on
Okay.
Tuesday. Yep.
The $1 million buy-in event is back. Village Honda wants your pre-owned vehicle. Even if you don't buy theirs, they'll buy yours. If you can come to a nice little agreement, it's a complimentary appraisal. You'll get payment within 24 hours. Competitive trade values. It's easy and stress-free. Go to villagehonda.com to begin the appraisal process. It might be one of those things you're not even thinking about. Maybe it would make sense.
Hang on a minute.
Maybe.
Rather than just
Maybe it
taking this
didn't-
back right away, at least they want to let them look at it.
Sometimes things just dawn on you,
Mhm.
right, Dean?
I don't want to have to go online and put videos or photos and then have to deal with people. Wait a minute, this is so I just go here and they're gonna.
That was easy.
That's better than the alternative for sure. VillageHonda.com. Go and give Anthony a high five while you're at it. He
If-
loves high
If
fives.
that's his
That's
name.
what I've heard.
Donnie.
What I've heard. Do you like playing summer hockey, Rhett?
I would like to be able to play summer hockey. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Hockey North America. Calgary's best run adult recreational hockey league since 1988. Summer hockey registration is open. If you mention Barn Burner, $100 off your team registration. There is the men's division, there's co-ed divisions, women's division, 14 plus games for the course of summer. Great ice times, great arenas. There's a hockey for beginner program as well. You can sign up, 21 ice times for the beginners. There's tournaments, whatever. Everybody's summer kind of shapes up differently. There's something there for everybody. Yeah. HNA.com, or right there on your screen. If you're watching on YouTube, you can hit the QR code. And again, barn burner. See it there?
Summer hockey's much nicer.
It's so much
Go outside.
It's great.
God, some nice flip-flops to the rink. Yeah.
So good.
Coming out of the rink and maybe the sun's still out.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Guaranteed still out.
So there it is. Sign up by April 1. That's right away. $100 off your team registration with Barn Burner. HNA.com or the QR code on the screen.
It's a week from today, Dean.
Yeah, we're getting down to it.
Jeez. March just evaporated.
So are you guys doing a team?
Cammie's playing some. She's learned this year. She's all fired up.
I put my skates on for the first time in 2 years on Sunday. Got a nice little blister on the big toe, my right foot.
How was your stride? You still got that natural
gait?
Well, I mean, it was against the 13-year-old girls for ringette, so didn't really want to put full boom into effect. You know what I mean?
Could you put full boom into
lower the boom?
It's not pretty.
We had him
What if
playing.
we brought in Beef to coach things and motivate you?
Year one of the pond hockey, he was out there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Too tight. Those rinks are so tight.
Beat himself up, but he was fine. He was great.
Tight.
He's got high expectations.
Yeah.
He does. It's a high
Standards.
Yeah. So anyways.
Got some updates for the Flames game tonight if you like them.
I'd love them.
Wolf going to start in net.
Nice.
Woo!
Woo! Farabee back. He was ill for the finale of the road trip on Long Island.
Jack's fault.
That's good.
Mackenzie Weegar back.
Oh.
That's good.
So, you don't have to roll all the other D-men in. And Michael Backlund not back yet.
That's bad.
Although it keeps the lines together.
That's good.
And we're really hoping for some Coronado and Zeri points. Thought I'd sneak that in, but no. Okay.
No.
So, yeah, Farabee will slide into the Sharangovich-Coleman line. That's been sort of the third checking line. Fourth line will remain Rooney with Lomberg, and then one of Hunt or Klapka. It sounds like Klapka and Hunt out because Hunt's doing a little extra skating. Fourth line right wingers, whatever. And Weeks will be back in with Joe, don't call me Joel Hanley. Or Joel, don't call me Joe Hanley.
Sure.
Poor Sharangovich, just getting dusted and never able to play with anyone that's any good.
Is that what's happening here?
Yes, they're
Lego
holding
man?
him back. Give him some players to play with. Husk. Come on.
Break up those two lines that are really starting to hum and get the Lego man some minutes.
Yes.
Let's
You
go.
don't need depth in the playoffs. You can't rely on two lines.
Just trying to get in, Chris.
No.
Bugatti. Can't be sliding Sharangovich up for the
I'm
Bugatti.
having a hard time with our Yegor. I feel like he's
I feel like there's a reason that the New Jersey Devils were happy to part.
Yeah. Well, maybe because exactly what the storyline was there is kind of what's playing out here. Oh, scored a bunch of goals. So that we're going to count on you. And then we count on you. It's like, oh, well, can you kill penalties maybe? Or all right.
Someone's hurt. You want to play center on the fourth line?
Slide you around a little bit. Anyway, hey, Yegor,
Go get him, bud.
tonight's the night.
Yeah. We actually all have to play the our Yegor anytime goal now.
Yeah.
You said that.
Our Yegor.
But I just think the truth's got to be in the middle. He's not a 30, 31 goal guy like you saw last year, and he can't be this bad next year. I really think there's a lot of room to land in between those two posts, if you know what I mean.
Is there a lot of room to land where you're content with it? Like, what are you talking about?
I just mean, like, if he finishes the year with 23 or 24 goals, we feel totally different about the guy. And he did get injured this year, and we're trying to find reasons why. But if last year was a career high and this year's the most disappointing, there's still a lot of good seasons in the middle there.
The tricky part is you're in a year where you need goals desperately.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that is now being paid as a goal guy because he got goals and now he's not getting them. So you're making the money and the team needs them badly and you're not.
Yeah. And I agree with all that. I just don't know that any of those things mean he can't score goals next year. Right. That's more where I'm looking at this year. It feels like a lost year for him. I just think, okay, your new contract kicks in next year. How do you get this thing back on track? Because there were times where it didn't Jonathan Huberdeau was going to be back on track, and he's back on track. Like what is Ryan Husky going to do in the laboratory this summer trying to cook up some success for Yegor next year?
You got two options there, Yegor.
Or Yegor.
Either pick it up or get a bad back.
There you go. What do you advise?
That's up to him.
I'm not sure I like any of those options. Pick it up or you're hurt.
I think you know what he'd do. Well, I would like to pick it up, but with my bad back, I don't know.
This Saturday night, Richmond's come and see Rhett's haircut.
Yeah.
Full effect.
Which may even be different from now.
It might be hatless.
Are you still sending bras and underwear in public?
Yes.
Sharpie, folks.
Private and public.
And remember, it was like Handsome Dan had in the chat. If you see Rhett eating wings, just walk right up, take one off of his plate, look him right in the eye, and
get punched in the face.
We don't condone it. Certainly not at Richmond's. It's not what Richmond's is about.
Classy joint.
It's about camaraderie and
it's a friendly neighbor.
It's mostly about kick the out of the Oilers.
Yeah, that's your point. Your anger. Yeah.
Certainly sounds like the two big dudes up top there in Edmonton are not going to be playing in this game.
Ruled out for the week. I assume Saturday's part of the week. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good.
But at the end of the day, does it really matter? We're going to be at Richmond's Pub. Presenting sponsor, our buddies at Fountain Tire, McLeod Law.
Also, we should tell you, this is in support of One Broken Biker, which is a charity.
Right.
Everywhere they go, you can enter your name in the draw. Every year they give away like an incredible Harley or wicked bike. Rhett and I have been to a couple events of theirs. The bikes are legit. So, good cause to support, and you might win a bike for your trouble.
Not bad. Game starts at 8. Show up whenever you'd like. It's the BOA between Calgary and Edmonton.
Have we told them to make extra dough for Saturday? Because there's a bunch of Lugans like us. Extra wings, extra dough.
I think they'll
cheese buns.
Yeah, I think they'll be all
buns.
set.
Okay.
Did we tell Origin to have some extra cans on board?
Blondes,
Barnburner Blondes, Origin Brewing.
Pale ale to me. Did they get rid of their pale ale?
Well, our pale ale or their pale ale?
Well, that's what the guy's like. Tell them to bring back the pale ale. I'm like,
It's come on, people.
I got two in the fridge. I got the Cowboy American Pale Ale, and we have the Afterburner Pale Ale as well. Two Pale Ales from Origin in the fridge here.
But we don't really, I mean, let's be honest. It's about the Barnburner Blonde and the Afterburner Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Richmond's Saturday, 8:00 start. Pizza, wings, hockey, mullets.
you drinking?
Maybe.
Have the odd.
Why didn't he look at me?
Yeah.
You know?
It's like you not drinking. That would be the equivalent.
Oh,
on the other
I was
side.
worried about you because you said you're going skiing. My boy. Oh, Marcus Nielsen. Look at this sad text. Oh no.
Tell me the kid's okay.
So there you go. That's the that's what's coming up on Saturday.
We're
Be at
getting a
Richmond's.
Marcus Nielsen update here. What do you?
Sports Live here in the heart of Glamorgan, 3919 Richmond Road.
Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Do you know any Flames doctors or any doctor? I'm skiing in BC. Crashed and fractured a rib. I need something desperate.
Ow! And you just
ignore.
Oh,
the text says
what?
Red.
It's leaving me on read. What a jerk, that Warner.
Red, I know you've seen the message. Why? Just lying in the
Is that
snow.
a thing?
Leaving someone on read? Yeah, you'd be the king of it.
Oh.
It's like, I know you've seen the message.
Gonna respond or
shit?
Yeah. Is that a thing?
Tom Brand?
Before we get out of here, I need an update. It is we're kind of into day 2 now of round 2 for the Barn Burner Candy Bracket. You can go to flamesnation.ca. There will be a place you'll be able to find it, place to vote. It's in the chat in all of our YouTube. If you go in on YouTube and then click in there, you're going to be able to find it. It's on social media. We are continuing our pursuit to find out what is the most, I guess, popular.
What's the alpha candy?
Best candy out there.
Who's king of the castle?
No upsets as far as the rankings were concerned. There you see it. FlamesNation.ca. Doing something. Then get in there. Jack Haverstock has written a great article.
Well, I mean, Jack Haverstock has definitely employed AI to write a very nice article that has no spelling errors. Huge giveaway.
I don't get this. Aaron Rodgers video always shows up on my article.
They know you.
They know.
They
what's
know.
going on.
They know.
Algorithm.
They're like, here's a look into your future.
Hey, Jack, remember how much fun you made Aaron Rodgers last year? He's coming to a Steelers club near you.
Get it off my article.
All right, well, you could. So there's kind of the more important part. There is the bracket, and you can vote. Have you looked at the voting? Because we're now just over a day in.
Have you voted yet, Rent?
I have looked.
Are we allowed to vote?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I voted lots.
I can't vote without testing.
So without
That's fair.
close, lopsided again, a
Nail
mix.
biters?
A lot closer.
Doesn't sound.
Do you feel like you know how they're all going to go, or are there many that are
No.
still absolutely swinging
I
the
would-
balance?
Flip a coin.
Too close to call.
Yeah.
Most of them, all of them, some of them.
3 or 4 for sure.
Oh, 3 or 4. Wow.
The bracket. Gotcha.
Nibs are crushed.
Nibs toast.
Can we see the? Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket.
Nibs
here.
have cola bottles, berries, Skittles, gummy bears, Sour Patch Kids, and then the peaches.
There's
against the
only
sour
one
Snickers.
matchup that can be one-sided, and that's 1 versus 8.
I think 5-4 is going to be lopsided. Skittles just feels like Skittles is here.
Well, you keep saying that.
Yep.
You
So
keep
far, so good.
you keep swaying the trying to sway the voting public.
When I say things, a lot of people want me to be wrong. I might be swaying them the wrong way.
Marcus Nielsen is Swedish, so maybe.
Yeah. Maybe don't leave Mud Reed and vote for the berries.
You know what? He comes out, he doesn't call me to go skiing. Screw
Only when
him.
he's hurt, eh?
Yeah.
Now you need me.
I'm a Fuzzy Peaches myself.
Yeah.
If that helps sway anything. Did you buy any?
Yeah.
Well,
Jack, do you need to? I mean, you've been very vocal about your disdain about the cola bottles.
he hates that,
That
whole,
whole top
northwest
left.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Can't stand it.
Do you want to sample some?
Yeah, you need to get him some
Yeah,
cola bottles.
sure.
Okay, so what are we going to set you up with here?
Colas.
Colas. I've had the nibs. I don't need any more nibs.
Not a nib guy.
When would you say is the last time you've had?
Cola bottles?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, picking
5
candies
cent
out of
thing.
the
Oh, that's
Gas
the
station.
gummies.
Just the plain old gummy bears there.
That's the Haribo. That's good stuff.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes,
There they are.
Yes.
You want me to open them?
Yes, please.
Sure. Do a little product.
Can I have one?
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, but I'm talking. It's like you're not supposed to chew gum.
Oh, that's all right.
These are so good. Nice and chewy.
This, the number 1 seed going into the entire tournament. It was our champion, say 5 years ago at the other show.
This is the winner.
That's the winner. Walk me through your emote. What do you
I'm not blown away.
okay?
Very chewy.
This is the shit.
I don't know that the Haribo is the best cola bottle. I don't want to get all nitpicky, but
Of course you wouldn't.
the ones in the bins, you remember you get the 25-cent ones that are huge, and then the 5-cent ones were smaller?
Not really.
Okay, don't remember. That's fine.
Oh, you took 2 and you discarded the second one.
I'm a sommelier.
Okay, so do you need a nib?
Are we going through them all?
Well, we don't need to.
We'll do that
We got
one
all week.
Yeah, let's do that side. The one side. There.
All right.
I need a second.
You just take your time. We don't want to.
Okay, so flavor's still very good. That is a thicker bottle than the one I grew up with, which makes it harder to chew. Just that's what I'm going through.
I have no idea. Like, I don't.
That's okay. I'm just telling you my
You
experience.
have all these opinions on candy.
You're asking for opinions on the candy. I'm giving them to you, and you don't like them, and you're mad at me. I'm literally telling you what I
don't know.
expecting and what I tasted.
It's like Haribo. It's like the biggest candy company in the world. Well, in fairness, I'm not sure these are the.
Sorry.
I'll let you go to the fucking candy store and buy the
I'm
right
not
candy.
critiquing you. I'm literally just telling you the candy I tried. I have to vote.
I don't want to see either one of those advance.
Okay, so that's tough.
Kind of falling into Jack's camp here.
Yeah, I think.
Would you just abstain from voting in that bracket?
No, you got to move them along.
Got to move on. I think you should have bought the chopped up nibs.
Probably should have bought the chopped up ones. Yeah.
You gonna have a cola bottle, Dean?
They're not the right ones, so I'll
well, try them.
Probably are the right.
See what you think. Give them the Coke bottles.
Jack is up. Now, did you try some?
Yes. And have you had time?
I had 2. They're better than I remember. A little chewy, but there's no way they deserve to win this.
Well,
and they shouldn't be one. I don't.
No back to back. Well, look, they won it last time. They come in as a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Just it is what it is. They're defending champs.
And there was no AI back then, so
True.
Do you need a nib?
No, I don't like the nibs.
What the hell? What do you? So
I don't like liquor.
So you go to a 5-star restaurant and you're like, well, I can't have. Eat the nibs.
All right, fine.
Jeez. You don't have to eat the whole thing. Look at. Have a little. Little bite. That's why I should have bought the bite size.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the bite-sized ones, they don't stay fresh as long.
I agree.
The smaller ones, they kind of get harder sooner.
Yep.
Bigger, wider wiener.
Yeah, but you just crush the whole bag then. We'll go to a movie after this and we'll be fine.
I'll say this. I know which way I would be voting.
I do too. I'm not changing my vote. I'm staying same.
I know how I would vote.
Jack?
I'm nib commentary.
I'm not a huge licorice guy.
Okay.
Nibs. No, are we even? Is that a like nibs? How did they come up with this name?
Now, I believe the nibs were originally the short ones, and these are super nibs, which means they're long. Is that reasonable, or am I crazy?
I have no idea.
The nib sounds like
trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No.
Back in high school, they had the little canteen where you could go and buy little treats and stuff. And when you'd buy the nibs, they came in the box, and you'd get one nib, and they would kind of peel it off for you. You take it like that.
A nib is the part of a quill or a dip pen, fountain pen, ballpoint, or stylus, which comes into contact with the writing surface.
Don't feel that's the kind of nib we're talking about.
I know, but that's what the.
Yeah.
So why would they call these?
Maybe you're taking a nibble.
Oh,
just have a little nibble, a little bit.
Anyway,
you have any
vote?
Nut allergies? Then yeah,
rock the vote. Friday, mid-show, the voting closes. We will have
results.
All of the results and the winners
coming in hot.
That's right. And the Candy Bracket Day presentation of Handsome Dan's Vacation Rentals. Vacation Rentals on Vancouver Island. Canadian owned and operated company. All kinds of cottage options. This one's got a private hot tub. It's got a
Does he have
sauna.
any in Detroit? I needed one
in Detroit.
No.
It's not close to Vancouver Island. Cheaper to book direct with Handsome Dan than one of the third-party websites. Port Renfrew, Mount Washington, Kemp Lake. HandsomeDans.ca is the website. Heck of a guy too, right? Old Dan?
Damn right. He's going to come in hot tomorrow after a big wolf
shut
win.
up.
Handsome and humble. But we'll just go with HandsomeDans.ca. And as always, Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating. Crystal clear choice for your home comfort. And if you mention barn burner, you're gonna say, holy smokes, really? Well, we're gonna take care of you. That's what they're gonna do. Jack's not gonna put the logo up.
I'm waiting for Crystal Waters too.
Come on there, Dan.
Yep.
Candy coma.
It's just not gonna do it. There it is.
Oh,
Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. 403-219-4100, crystalclearcalgary.com. Yep. I need one more cola bottle.
Big congratulations to Trails West for that provincial championship.
It doesn't feel like that was from the heart.
No, it wasn't.
Sure doesn't.
People out there are ignorant. Jamal.
Maybe the Coke bottles, if you let them kind of sit in there for a bit.
Like if you soak them in a bottle of Coke.
Yeah.
It'd be really, real good.
I find mine when I soak them in vodka, they really soften up a little more.
They
helps with
do.
the
It
taste.
is. And I like vodka Coke. A lot of people don't always go to vodka Coke, but
fair.
I'll have a vodka Coke.
Did you press that, or what do you do?
Well,
Extra ice?
After the third, I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, vodka beep.
Hard to find the beep.
It's hard to find beep.
Got to go to the East Coast.
That's right. Oh, I think we super chat. We've got the super chat going today for the Youth Centers of Calgary. You come in with a comment on the YouTube chat and put a little money down. We're going to show it. We're going to put it on the program. Ken 5 Beans Friedman's reporting. Bedard agent has advised him not to sign an extension with Chicago and let his entry-level contract expire.
Do we have something going on here
I think we do.
in Chicago?
I look at all the heat this kid's taken, and I look at how little they've done to support him with anyone that's got offensive skill he can play with.
I think that's too simplistic. I don't disagree with you, and I jumped on you a little bit there, but I'm wondering if, like, what's
And
you
going
have
on
a-
in this organization?
So if I can finish, then they fire the coach. Sorry, Dean, just want to finish the thought here.
I know you do.
And then we hear all this pressure of the team's under about ticket sales, and you're like, everything's getting put in Connor here. That's idiotic.
And what's your theory?
I think everything has been put on Connor. I don't understand how, when I asked Dregs the other day, is Chicago a destination? He's like, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that speaks that guys that are still in the game, the agents and the players know that there's a shit show going on in ownership and front office.
Mm-hmm.
It
And-
feels a little different when it's Joel Quenneville and Dale Talon and Rocky Wirtz to now being one of the Wirtz boys and Kyle Davidson and
I don't know.
the coach from Rockford.
Yeah, you're
Something's off, and the Bedard thing. I think he's bearing the brunt of it. Is some of it maybe deserved? He's a 20-year-old kid. He shouldn't be having to deal with.
not having a great year, but
No.
there's lots of factors to that.
And you look at the kid, and the kid looks miserable, and he should be.
Yep.
I said it the other day. He's 20 years old, second year in the NHL, and you're already annoyed with playing. Like something's off, and it's not just the Bedard situation. There's more to it. I think something's good. That front office better get their shit together.
Do you remember when they won the draft?
Chicago
lottery?
should be a great spot to go.
Yeah, if they're not winning, it's not. Like you saw it when it wasn't, when it was Daze and Arneson and a bunch of dusters. Like when they're winning, it's one of the best markets on earth.
Yeah, but when you're winning, it's easy. I'm saying that Chicago, the city of Chicago, the fan base that like when that building, Chelsea, what's that?
Chelsea Dagger.
Chelsea
yeah.
Dagger. Like everyone that watched sports was like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And now nobody wants to go to Chicago.
Not until they're good. Then
You know
people
what?
want. No.
Governor of Chicago, get your head out of your hoop too.
Governor, get your
Chicago.
head out of your
The
hoop.
Chicago governor, yeah.
Illinois, not governor of Chicago.
And I don't know, maybe
Mayor
they
mayor
are.
of Chicago's an idiot.
It feels like they're a long ways away from being good.
Yeah. They took the Lev Shunov kid second overall, and he just made his NHL debut in the last week or so. Looks really good. Defenseman. They're going to pick really high again this year.
And they got tons of
But they're-
cap space, and they got tons of money, and they don't spend it on anything
They tried.
good.
I think they were
And no
really-
one wants to go there.
No.
That's scary.
Yeah. And I get it. Like if you're Jake Gensel and Chicago offers you way more money than Tampa, I understand why Jake Gensel picks Tampa. And in 5 years, if Chicago is good and Tampa's not, I'll understand why that same player in the same spot's going to pick Chicago.
Tyler Toffoli.
Toffoli.
Toffee. Did we have Toffee Fay in the
Tough
can?
Dog?
No,
I like
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Do that next.
Yep.
But he's an example. He signed in San Jose. Wouldn't that be in a guy that could play with Bedard? Would be better
Yep.
than the dusters he's with?
Probably the type of guy that they would have chatted with this summer. Yeah.
You know who else? Yegor Sharangovich would be a great
Gotta
guy
be a
to
great
ride
one.
shotgun.
Our Yegor. Wait
Unbelievable.
till you get a load
He's
of our
a
Yegor.
shooter, Dean.
Shoot or
True.
shoot.
Yeah, that's what Bedard needs is a guy like that.
They won the draft lottery, and the word was they sold like thousands of season tickets that within hours. And I think that's almost part of why their expectations are out of whack, because he's hailed as this like demigod that's going to change everything in Chicago. The people are like, wow, we're picking first. This is going to be our Patrick Kane, another dynasty on the way.
Listen.
And it's never that quick or easy. And then they overreact and fire the coach. Like, I just feel like he hasn't done anything wrong. They haven't given him enough. And yet everyone wants to point at something, and they point at Connor.
It's like everything in life. There's two sides, but the DUG brought you the news first. It was years ago. The DUG went, watched the game. He reported, hot take, this guy is not McDavid. Is that what he said? Something like
it was, yeah, he's not as good as the other guy.
That's
not as good as McDavid.
Not as good as the best player in the world.
You know what? Bedard, pack it in.
Yep. Sad to see it go so poorly there. It's weird.
I am sad because I like having Chicago good. That's
and so back to the news. He can sign an extension this summer. Why would you? I don't want to marry that front office yet. I want to see them do some things first.
We could talk about this in the offseason.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Rhett's
Ken.
trying to get out for lunch.
Was that our super chat?
That was the super chat.
That is, yep.
$5 today for
the kids, yeah.
For the kids, boys.
All right. Well,
Ovi scored tonight. Jets Capitals. He's 7 away.
All right.
Is that how that works?
I'm asking. Does he score tonight?
Oh, is he? I thought you were like, if he does, he
scores 2 tonight.
Jeez, 2.
6 away.
Wow, the Jets are too good. Hellebuck.
7 away now. See what he gets to.
Tomorrow, no Pinder.
Sorry about that, Dean.
Did you fist pump?
What? No, I'm getting ready to go.
Get a switch. Noodles.
The noodler.
We'll have more candy and plenty of reaction.
Hopefully it's better
on tonight's Flames Kraken match.
Our Yegor.
We'll see. We'll see how he responds to the tongue lashing he took today.
I put the money down as soon as you.
It's a smart bet if you're out there.
Yeah, it's probably a good bet.
It's lost at sea. He's no good. Anytime bet.
Anything else, Jack?
That's all.
Steelers have a quarterback?
Nope.
See you, buddies.